Hello again, everyone. This is Randy, your sewing machine man. We're looking at a Brother 5234 PRW. It's the Project Runway Limited Edition Serger 4-thread, just a garden variety serger. And the reason we're looking at this is because every now and then I want to show you something that you need to be aware of. And this one, I'm servicing it, so I have all this stuff just kind of leaned up against it here so you can get an idea of what it looks like before we get started taking it all apart. Because down underneath, what I want to show you is what usually causes the problem. And this one, the customer that I have, she's a regular customer. She maintains her machines methodically. She keeps them clean. I probably see her every 6 months because she does a lot of sewing, but she has me service them and keeping them clean. And that's why this one is still operating. And I'm going to come down here to this level and show you why we're looking at this one. Inside here, let's see if I can bring this up a little bit and get my flashlight on these gears in here that are 100% plastic. Look in there at that. You see that? That's a plastic gear being driven by a plastic gear. And of course, that drives this whole assembly up here. I'll show you. This whole assembly is driven by those two gears. That's on a mechanism that goes down to those two plastic gears, and the bottom of this is off, but the bottom is like a lint catcher. What the bottom does is it will gather up all that lint and hold it in place. And of course, sergers put off a tremendous amount of lint. They just put off lint like you read about, and of course it'll get caught up in here. And what it does when it gets between this white plastic gear and this black plastic gear, it'll get in between those gears and it'll cause them to over torque. It'll snap them off, just snap them clean off. And this one, they're very easy to crack, and they're fragile and they'll break. So that's something you got to be aware of. I mean, these new sergers, plastics everywhere in all the machines. You got to be careful. Keep them serviced, and they'll last you a whole lot longer than if you don't. And time will get away from you. It'll be a year and 2 years. Next thing you know, your machine's trashed, and you're throwing it away, or you're trying to order those parts. And good luck getting those and finding somebody who wants to install them. And another thing, those two gears drive this assembly right here, which is your upper looper. And a lot of machines, sometimes they'll have a little warning thing here. It says, the red thing, it says oil this. When they say oil this, they mean this upper looper right there. That's your upper looper. You want to oil that, keep that oiled, because if that locks up for a moment, it'll shatter those gears down there, because that's what's driving this. If this freezes in place, it just locks up and won't go. The motor is powerful enough to shear that gear off. It'll shear the gear, and then you'll have a machine that has doorstop capabilities, and that's not good, because these aren't cheap, these little Brother machines. So it's a good little serger. Keep it maintained, keep it cleaned out, keep it oiled. Take it somewhere and have somebody professionally do it, or do it yourself. I put a vacuum cleaner over here, and I get my air over here, and I blow that into there and suck all that out. They have to be clean because they're notorious for being full of lint and chips and threads, and that's what sergers do. So be warned, keep them clean, or you'll break those plastic gears down under there. And then when those plastic gears break down here, those plastic gears break right there, it's game over until you get them replaced. Good luck finding the part and finding somebody to replace it. Okay? Keep your machine serviced.